Alright guys, welcome. Today we are going to watch a cool W video from a guy named J-Laser video. This guy. Actually in this video, this guy made Omnitrix that turns him into a superhero. We're gonna watch this guy who made Omnitrix. Alright. Nothing more. Let's see.
The closest thing to a real life Omnitrix you've ever seen.
Actually, I watched 7 minutes of it until this. And I didn't record it because I didn't press the record button. I forgot, bro. It happens. You know me? You know what I'm saying? It happens, bro. Don't blame me by that. So, yeah. That was my mistake. Sorry. My bad. Alright?
With one push,
I'm
it
gonna show you
transforms
what
me into a fiery...
It is going to make something like this. That turns him into a Ben 10 fire superhero. I mean hero or something like this.
Alien. Just like in the show where Ben uses his high-tech watch to transform himself into several different aliens.
Yeah,
but is anything like that even possible? Well, today we're going to test our way to answer that question. Shout out War Thunder for sponsoring this. This one's special to me. Growing up, I watched Ben 10 every morning. And for those 20-minute episodes, I truly imagined I was an unbeatable superhero in the show. And the only thing that could stop me was when my mom turned off the TV and said, time for school. I had this whole book of my own aliens that I drew at recess. Look at this. Like, literally 1 out of 10 right there. That's wild. Oh my god. 2 out of 10. That's swamp fire. Look at that little guy. Didn't have a whole lot of friends, but I even tried making my own freeze blaster, like Big Chill, or like a fire shooter, like swamp fire.
Actually, this guy is a genius. You know what I'm saying? He's making cool things. You can go watch his channel and subscribe to him because this guy's so cool, bro. He made a lot of things. I'm gonna react to all of them. Maybe, I don't know, some of them in next videos that I'm going to make. But this guy is so cool. And he's a genius. He's so smart. And he can make cool things. You know what I'm saying?
They could never quite do what I wanted. I never got that Omnitrix transformation.
I've never watched his videos, but I've seen some thumbnails on YouTube and
dreamt about and wanted with every fiber of my being. 15 years later, I've grown up, moved on, got a normal job. Nah. I still really want an Omnitrix. Clearly, I'm not alone here. Drop a comment for another banger project I should do as well. The big problem, Ben's a cartoon, so physics and reality get a little lost. You know it's going to be a hard one when the first easy part is making a literal hologram. Started by getting some reference 3D models and playing around with them to fit the electronics inside. Then I grabbed a green laser off Amazon for a few bucks and stripped it.
Actually, first I watched this video, this part, because I said I watched the 7 minutes of it. Until here, I think, but I'm gonna actually explain to you what is he going to do.
It down so we're left with just the diode and circuit board. Then I put a light diffuser on the end, along with this 3D printed cap I made with the outline of a Ben 10 alien. Now we've got a super bright green picture of an alien. Now we just gotta make it float in midair like the Omnitrix. For that, I got a few of these ultrasonic mist makers. They're super cheap, small, and when you put them in water, they make a nice column of mist. It's really cool actually. And already if we shine our laser through the mist, it starts to show up midair as the light illuminates the small particles of mist. So let's mount the laser to the back of the Ultimatrix along with the circuit and switch. Then add the mist makers to the watch face with some water inside. Now we got ourselves a holographic Ben 10 Omnitrix for less than 20 bucks. Not bad.
Yeah, actually he bought, I think he bought this Omnitrix or he made it. I couldn't understand it, this part, but I don't know. But he's got an Omnitrix here, and he uses something like laser thing that shows you the holograph of something like heroes or superheroes or something like this that Benton does. And yeah,
check that out. You can wave your hand.
I explained the best as I could.
Right through it.
Sorry if it was terrible.
Man, if I had this as a kid, I would never take it off. I would love to make this into a real toy or something. But for now though, we do have our other sweet wrist gadget, the web shooters. It shoots a dart with a web on it, sticks to whatever you shoot at with the magnet or suction cup, then you can either pull in what you got or rewind it automatically with the...
It's one of his videos, actually, that he made Spider-Man 2. Yeah, he made that.
Push of a button. Then click it back in place and you're ready to shoot again. It's so fun. So if you want, grab yours now with the link below. But back to the Omnitrix, because it still can't do the hardest part, turn me into an alien. Because I got scammed out of some alien DNA, and these spiders are not cooperating either. Man, they are not biting today. I'll be happy if the watch can transform me to mimic their looks and powers. Ben's got a lot of different aliens though. Most of the OG ones fall into a few categories. You've got your flying aliens. It's possible to mimic with several of these high-powered electric ducted fans. Each one puts out about 17 pounds
I'm gonna tell something to you. He's not gonna make all of the aliens and heroes in the game, cartoon. Just one of them. And it's that fire dude, you know what I'm saying? That fire
thrust. So if we get enough of them, put some on my hands and the rest. Watch. Ben's also got ice aliens, big chill, arctic-iguana, which seem easier to mimic, you know, by taking the gas in the air.
I didn't know their names.
Squeezing it down really hard until it liquid.
Actually, this guy is a real fan of Ben 10, bro. He's even better than me because he knows all the names. And it is so fan, bro. He's so fan.
Liquefies and gets really cold. Liquid nitrogen is the most popular example of this. So if we get enough liquid nitrogen, store it on our back, and build a rig to shoot it out along with water, we can basically freeze anything we want. Also, even skate around by shooting a thin layer of ice to slide on. His strong anything, store it on our back, and build a rig to shoot it out along with water, we can basically freeze anything we want.
You're eating flowers, bro? Are you serious? Why are you doing that? For content?
Also, even skate around by shooting a thin layer.
No, that was something in there.
With water, we can basically freeze anything we want. Also,
oh, they're freezing, bro. I mean, who was trying to show us that these flowers are freeze.
Even skate around by shooting a thin layer of ice to slide on. His strong aliens could use an exosuit of some sort. We could build a fancy Tesla coil for his electric aliens. Ben's aliens also go really fast, which we could sort of do with more of those EDFs on our back for like a speed boost. If you haven't noticed by now, I've already built a lot of these powers and want to try something new.
I got it. He was trying to show us that he built all these things before.
But one of Ben's most iconic aliens is his first, Heatblast.
That was his excuse that he's not gonna make all the aliens and superheroes because it's going to be so long and this video is just 16 minutes.
He's the OG. Starts off the entire show when that alien device did what it did. Always imagine just slapping my wrist and turning into this fiery burning thing. Just insanely cool and insanely dangerous. We're quite literally going to be playing with fire here. So safety is like first, second, and third priority. Do not try this. Okay, if that wasn't clear.
Do not try this at home. You know, because it's dangerous. I'm not gonna do this too because I don't know anything about science.
None of you running around on fire because of this video.
I'm so sad about that.
Talking to you. No, do it. The tricky thing with Heatblast is he's actually on fire himself. I've shot fire from my hand before, but that's a lot easier because the fire's not actually on me, so there's a lot less heat to worry about. And if we break it down, heat is really the only thing we got to worry about. I know it sounds obvious, but if we could just make the fire colder, problem solved. This is isopropyl alcohol. It's special because of its relatively low ignition temperature, about 4 times colder than wood fire. I can already hold it for a little bit without burning. The problem, it's not that bright. It's got to be super dark to see. Also, how do we control the amount of fire if we want more or less? And the big one, how do we put it out? It works for computers and engines, so why not this? Oh, I was just gonna do a little test. Oh man. It kind of works. Definitely helping. Definitely feels cold, but the hope was the water would evaporate off as it came out, pulling the heat along with it. Instead, it kind of just splutters out and makes a mess. Also, after the water soaks through the glove, it gets extra hot because it just conducts the heat right through the glove to my skin. Look, I never said it was perfect, all right? We're gonna try air now.
Yeah, that works.
Wow.
Bro, this is huge, bro. This is so huge.
This totally worked. Just a small leaf blower pushes enough air through the glove to flush out the heat and keep things really cold.
This is so huge.
Looks like we got a winner. This flex sensor reads how closed my hand is and controls a servo on the gas valve. So the more I make a fist, the bigger the fire gets. But Heatblast also shoots flames. To do that, I ordered a squirt that we can pump some through with a push of so we can really turn up the heat. Last thing we need, an ignition source. We thought it'd be super badass if you could just snap and catch on fire. So with a little flint on my thumb and steel on my finger, we can make a spark and boom.
Oh, you're a genius, so man. You're a
let's give
fucking
ourselves
genius.
Another hit.
Oh, let's go, dude.
You are
that is so sick. Let's go.
I don't know even how it works, but it is working. Bro, this is so cool.
I used to have this video game where gloves would catch on fire. That's what this is
I've never played that.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Oh yeah, cool. Cool, bro.
Dude, that looks so sick.
But I'm still not
guy.
exactly looking like Heatblast. But my first thought was naturally
so
to cover
insane,
the rest of me in fire too. But he doesn't really look like he's on fire. Less Human Torch and more glowing energy under some volcanic rock. It actually looks more like these energy builds I found that use programmable LEDs. Basically, you can individually control each light, and with a bit of code, you can do some amazing things. So I got down and dirty and started learning everything I could about light coding libraries, APIs, control logic. Psych! I'm just kidding.
Make me fire, longer fire, brighter, more fire. Make me more fire, more red, more bird, but longer fire, shorter fire. Okay, more faster, but like shorter, but like more red, more orange, less red. Okay, more but also less. Less in like a longer form, but also more fire. Not faster, quick, more fire. Make it better.
Now that we got ourselves some nice looking fire, I started cutting out lava rock shapes for reference. Dropped them in CAD and 3D printed them with more texture in a flexible rubber. Then decided to use absolutely none of that, because I can just hand cut and glue the foam on much easier.
What the fuck? You're spraying your... Okay. Okay. I got it. Fuck.
Nice shot.
In between these cracks, we're gluing on the glowing fire lights.
I don't want to miss this.
It's cool, but it still looks like lights and not a fiery energy, because you can still see the individual lights. We gotta diffuse that to make it look all like one flowing thing. To do this, we want something semi-clear, but also very sticky and bendable. This will make the lights look much better and blend together. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but with a little tweaking and shimmying, we made it work. Now we gotta do the top half, which is tricky, because we also have all the electronics and fire components to deal with.
What the fuck is he doing?
With a bit more gluing, lights, and cream.
That dog is me, actually. That dog was like me, bro.
Together. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but with a little tweaking and shimmying, we made it work. Now we got to do the top half, which is tricky because we also have all the electronics and fire components to deal with.
One arm, feeling like Kevin 11 at this point.
With a bit more gluing, lights, and cream cheese later, we're almost done. I also added some burnt red coloring to really make it like Heatblast. And finally, the Ben 10 Omnitrix symbol on the chest. It's looking good, but how do we get the watch to turn us from this into that? There's a bunch of animations showing this transformation. Favorites though are the spread out from the watch to eventually emerge as Heatblast.
Really, I want to know
But again, how do we pull off something like that in real life? Because let's be honest, most of the live action Ben 10 stuff is it's not it. It's weird. It's just weird, all right? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So I've got a pretty fire idea. Yes. But for it to work, we need a slightly different Omnitrix. So I built the OG one too, with a screen that pops up when you twist it. It even plays the Heatblast.
You actually look like Benton too. Because your
animation. Yeah, okay. We only have one alien so far.
Clothes,
chill, all right? How many aliens does your Omnitrix have? The secret with this Omnitrix is the trigger switch it has inside that activates when you press it down. What does this do, you might ask? Well, after thinking about it, Ben 10 already has his signature green wardrobe. So if we build a Heatblast
got the Benton wipe also
into his regular clothes, the whole thing can transform. That gives us much more room than cramming everything into a watch. To do the transformation, I'm making Ben's normal clothes out of this fiery flash paper, which we can trigger from the press of the Omnitrix. It'll start a chain reaction with the normal flash paper clothes burning away, transforming me into Heatblast. I also added a layer of silicone to protect the suit and myself.
His name was Heatblast? I didn't know it, bro.
Flames. Now only the flash paper should burn and not catch anything else on fire.
Heatblast.
That's Then it fell over.
I also tested several types of paint to see how it would affect the flash paper.
That's pretty good, actually.
Some left a lot of residue, which ruins the effect. But food coloring actually burned super clean and left no trace. Perfect. So I made a bunch of green flash paper for the jacket and some blue flash paper for Ben's classic blue jeans, then a bit of black and white for the details. With a bit of texturing, it's honestly looking decent. The jeans look kind of like denim, and the jacket's starting to look like a baggy hoodie. If this works the way I have it in my mind, it'll be the coolest Ben 10 build of all time. Now, I've done a lot of crazy stunts, and each one scares me for a different reason. But that's why it's super important to plan and plan and plan. The whole fire transformation only lasts about 5.
That was his videos?
Super important to plan and plan and...
He made Iron Man 2 or even Thor?
Stunts, and each one scares me for a different reason. But that's why it's super important to plan and...
Wow, that is sick. That is sick, bro. That is so sick. A Thor Axe.
Plan and plan.
Made
the whole
by
fire transformation.
A real human in real life. Alright.
Only lasts about 5 seconds. The suit is fully insulated and can keep me safe for longer than that. We also consulted movie stunt professionals who do much longer burns.
I'm gonna react to other videos that he made too because I'm so excited about them. If you want me to react to them too, please let me know in the comment down below.
Using fire gel. So under the flame suit, I'm also covering myself with this gel,
so do that.
Especially on my face and hands. Again, for the 100th time, do not try this, but we're finally at a place where I'm excited and ready to make this dream a reality. So this one's for all the kids out there.
Bro, okay, he's about to do this. He's
ever wanted a real life
Omnitrix, bro.
It's hero time.
Nice, dude. Okay, that song is so cool. I love the song.
Okay, let's go, dude.
Benton's song is GOAT, bro. Nice. Such a cool content. Respect for this man. Love it. Cool.
Oh my god, dude, that's so sick.
That was insane. You felt my heart going. I think that's about as close as I can get to being real Ben 10. It felt wild. It genuinely feels like I'm a fiery alien on another planet. So until gene-altering tech gets developed by people way smarter than me, it's a
transformation was
real
GOAT.
Sick. That was insane. You felt my heart going. I think that's about as close as I can get to being real Ben 10. It felt wild. It genuinely feels like I'm a fiery alien.
Look at this transformation, bro. I've never seen
until
such
gene-altering tech gets developed by people way smarter than me. It's the closest thing I've got.
I really love Ben 10 too. One of my favorite cartoons ever.
To a real Omnitrix.
I really like.
Also, don't forget to play War Thunder using my link for a free bonus pack.
It's done.